This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. The dean of the Mitchell E. Daniels Jr. School of Business at Purdue University expects 2024 to be a good year for the U.S. economy after months of high inflation and rising interest rates. Jim Bullard, the former president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, said inflation is expected to continue to decline after coming down precipitously in 2023.
This year, the real economy has been growing at an above-trend pace. It will probably slow down a little bit, but it will be at the trend pace. So that's pretty much the definition of a soft landing for the U.S. economy. That's what Wall Street is expecting. That's what I'm expecting. But of course, there are always risks.
Bullard noted that if inflation continues to fall at its current pace, the U.S. could reach the Fed's goal of 2% inflation by the third quarter. Central Indiana-based data and analytics consulting firm OneBridge has been acquired by Marlabs, a digital strategy and advisory firm in New Jersey. Financial terms were not disclosed for the transaction, which closed earlier this month. OneBridge CEO Paul Rothwell plans to remain with the company as CEO, and all other OneBridge employees also retained their jobs. Grace College is expanding an online teacher licensure program geared toward non-traditional candidates with bachelor's degrees in other fields who are interested in joining the profession. The Transition to Teaching Elementary Education program will grow to include a secondary education option beginning this summer. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Looking for a great way to tip off the 2024 NBA All-Star Weekend in Indy? I'm Gary Dick, inviting you to join business and community leaders from throughout the state at the Economic Club of Indiana Luncheon, sponsored by IBJ Media. It's February 15th at noon at the Indiana Convention Center. I'll be interviewing NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, giving you an inside look at the league and all things All-Star Weekend. Reserve your ticket or table for 8 now at economicclubofindiana.com.
The Indy Autonomous Challenge hosted its annual racing event at Las Vegas Motor Speedway last week as part of CES 2024. IIB's Kate Sharon has details.
The Autonomous Challenge at CES was won by TUM Autonomous Motorsport from the Technical University of Munich and featured first-time milestones for autonomous racing. The team which won the inaugural Indy Autonomous Challenge in 2021 took the checkered flag with maximum speeds of 150 miles per hour. During the race, the IAC said TUM in the race car operated by the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology ran side by side through 2 turns, a first for high-speed autonomous racing. Cavalier Autonomous Racing from the University of Virginia was the runner-up in the race, which also featured participants from Purdue University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and others. After the sun set over the speedway, the IAC demonstrated its next-generation autonomous vehicle, the IAC AV24, by having 3 university teams take to the track in total darkness except for LED lights around the race cars themselves. The goal was to demonstrate the ability of autonomous vehicle technology to operate without any visible light. Kate Sharon, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
December was a fruitful month for Indiana's casinos and sports books. Analysts from PlayIndiana.com report December's $192.7 million in adjusted gross revenue meant the state's casinos ended their 9-month streak of year-over-year declines. Instead, casinos saw just a $33,195 increase over December 2022. The Indiana Gaming Commission also reported $503 million stemming from sports books, which is the second highest monthly handle since sports betting was legalized in 2019. November 2023 had the highest ever handle at $513.6 million. It's just the third time a handle has reached over $500 million. Do It Best Corporation CEO Dan Starr is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.